Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at the Tech Travel Geeks. And this is the Tech Travel Geeks unboxing video of the Vivo X51 5G. Vivo have very kindly provided us with this review device so that we can go through the main features and then review the device for the Tech Travel Geeks audience. So thanks to Vivo for the review device. And if you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We will be doing a series of videos on this device, and if you are subscribed to us and have mashed that notification bell, you'll be notified of whenever we publish a new video. Right then, packaging is surprisingly pretty. It's very difficult to describe, but it's a sort of holographic effect on the lid, as well as a nice pearlescent logo embossed on the top, X51 and 5G. And on the side we have the Vivo brand. Now, some of our audience may have never heard of Vivo. Vivo's a Chinese brand, which is very, very popular, not only in China, but in Southeast Asia. And I've had a few Vivo devices in the past. But luckily, this is the first time Vivo have engaged with us and sent us a review device, so we're very thankful to them, and we'll have a look and see what this Vivo X51 5G is like. I'm slowly pulling the box off because it's very tightly packed, and in the box, as you'd expect, there is a very nice premium introduction to the device. This device, as I said, is a sort of premium device. It's priced at around about £750. So you see that there's embossed in the cardboard Vivo X51 5G. I'm going to pull the device out of the box. We'll put this aside for now, whilst I look at the rest of the contents of the box, and then we'll focus on a hardware walkthrough of the phone itself. Now, once you remove the top lip, on the inside there's a few extra things. Let's start with the right-hand side, under where the phone was. There's again that pearlescent effect embossed in the packaging. This packaging oozes of premium product. So first thing up, there is a nice TPU or jelly case for the device. It's really nice of them to include one in the box. That way you can wait for your Mocadile or your pleather case to arrive and still keep your phone protected in the meantime. What else is in the box? So we have various booklets here. One is the Quick Start Guide, which I'm sure we'll read, important warranty information, and SIM ejector tool, which is all good. Noticeable different design from other devices we've unboxed recently. This is quite unique in of itself. So I'll put that packaging aside, we'll put this case aside. We will be following up this video with a full setup video, showing you what the setup experience is like and walking you through the key software experience on the device. This is running Android 10, so it's FunTouch OS, Vivo's own Android distribution. But for now, let's look at what's in the second box within the box. So here we have the charger, which is a special charger. This review unit has come to us from Vivo. It's obviously an EU unit, but the UK version will have a UK plug. And with this charger, sign of things to come, you also get a set of earphones, which is great to see. You get a nicely wrapped USB cable. I'm going to try and take this out simply. And that's USB Type A to USB Type C. So the charger has USB Type A at the top of the charger. And if we look a bit closer at the Vivo Flash Charge 2 charger, we can see that the output in this case is a 33 watt output. That is a very, very fast charger, and it pumps a lot of power out of it. But it can also step down to 18 watts and 10 watts. So this isn't just fast for Vivo. You should be able to fast charge, say, a Google Pixel 5 or a Pixel 4a with it, with the 18 watt charging, and even charge at capacity for our Nokia 3.4. So quite a versatile charger. I would be tempted to say this should also happily charge a tablet computer, or if you have one of the newer Chromebooks, it should be able to charge those overnight. So interesting, we'll look at this in more depth in the full review. Put that aside. Now, what else did we see here? There's a set of earbuds with very strong Vivo branding. I look forward to trying these because they have passive noise cancellation with silicon buds, and interestingly, these Vivo earbuds have a Courage connector, or a 3.5mm connector. I say that's curious because I did have a look at the specifications before starting recording this video, and I know that the device itself doesn't have a Courage port, but that's where this comes in. We'll see if our Chief Aperture Officer chooses to edit that out or not. So this is a USB Type-C to Courage port, or 3.5mm adapter. And there's some extra silicon tips for the earbuds. Now I'm going to put the rest of the packaging away, and let's focus on the device itself. Now it comes with a plastic sleeve already applied. You'll see that here there is information about not blocking the proximity sensor, and that the fingerprint scanner is in screen. I'm going to take the plastic sleeve off now. Here we go. And here's the device itself. First impressions, this feels premium. It really feels like a well-built phone, and that's because it's made out of premium materials. So you have a aluminium frame, the body is obviously real metal. You can feel that is actually a bit cold as it has arrived from the courier. A glass back, which is a nice sort of luminescent grey, similar to what we saw earlier this year on the Huawei P40. And the screen, as is the back, is slightly curved into the edges. So despite being a bigger screen, it gives you the sensation that it is definitely more handleable and potentially smaller. This is a 6.5-inch screen. We'll look at that later. But the back of the device has some nice Vivo branding telling you what mobile model it is. And this is the highlight of the Vivo X51 5G, the camera module. You'll notice that it is very large. It's shouting out big sensor or something big there, as well as having in small print Pro AI quad camera in the side. So the camera on the Vivo X51 5G is a really interesting setup. So the main sensor, I'm assuming the big one there, is a 48 megapixel sensor. That is quite a big megapixel count. But what makes it special isn't so much that, it's the fact that it is using not only phase detection autofocus or laser autofocus, but it also has a gimbal for optical image stabilization. So this is really the innovative part of the Vivo X51 5G. And that's backed up by a series of other sensors. So this square one is very reminiscent of the Huawei P30 Pro, and that is a periscope telephoto lens. In this case, this is an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, which is more or less the equivalent of 5x optical zoom. So very strong zoom there. There's also a 13 megapixel portrait lens, which is the equivalent of 2 times optical zoom, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor. So quite the combination of sensors here. At first sight, it looks as if there's just 3, but there's actually 4. And an LED flash embedded in the body of the device. And there is a little bit of a camera bump, but it's actually a 2-step one. If we look at it closely, you'll see that there is the main body of the camera module where the periscope lens is, and then the other 3 lenses are in a separate module above that. That's an interesting design, and I'm sure there's a good reason for it. On the left-hand side of the screen, there is nothing. On the right-hand side, we have the power button and the volume rocker, and they're slightly inlaid, so you can see there is a slight inlay here for the buttons, which is ergonomically good, reduces the accidental pressing of buttons. At the top, there's a nice little detail here. It says 5G, professional photography. So I think the two are slightly unrelated, but it does say 5G professional photography at the top. And this is potentially a 5G antenna sticking out the whole top of the device. At the bottom we have the SIM tray, microphone hole, USB Type-C, and a speaker grill. Obviously this does not have a courage port or a 3.5mm audio jack, which explains why an adapter as well as headphones were included in the box. Let's quickly have a look at the SIM tray. I'm going to eject the tray here. So the tray is very simple. This device takes two SIM cards, two nano SIM cards, 1 and 2. There is no memory card option. The Vivo X51 5G is not expandable storage. Now, as I feel the edge of the screen, I notice there is a pre-applied screen protector. I'm really grateful for that. That's something I do appreciate on the device. Pre-applied screen protectors for the win. Now what we're going to do is now switch on the screen, give you a view of that OLED screen. This is Vivo 5G powered by Android. This is an OLED screen, which means that when pixels are black, they're completely off. They can be more power efficient depending on what you're showing on the screen. For example, if you have dark mode, that may save you power. And in this case, you can see there is a punch hole notch at the top. The screen protector is applied very well, but this punch hole notch or camera notch or punch hole camera in the screen, in this case, is a 32 megapixel sensor. So that's a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Now, as I said, the device is slightly curved at the edges. It is noticeable. It gives you the impression that this is a more handleable, not as large a device as it looks like on paper. So this is a 6.56 inch display diagonal. That is a full high definition one. So it's 1080 pixels by 2376. So a very interesting screen. We'll be setting this up soon, but for now, what we'll do is leave you with this video. Enjoy the end product once our Chief Aperture Officer has edited this video. We will be back tomorrow with the full setup experience. So I'm going to walk through the setup experience of the Vivo X51 5G and show you what the Android distribution, FunTouch OS is like, as well as walk you through some of the basic performance of it in everyday use. But for now, thanks for watching this unboxing video of the X51 5G. If you don't already, please do subscribe to us. And for now, goodbye.